So hello guys, today talking about here, the box office. No, not talking about In the Heights again, but In the Heights, a woke disaster. Basically, they're gonna try to find every excuse. They can't use the pandemic anymore because of quiet place, of course. Now it's gonna go back to the old ways, of course, blaming white people and saying that white people are racist for not seeing that movie. But we have one new major release, and that is The Hitman's Bodyguard Wife. So The Hitman's Bodyguard Wife is the sequel that nobody asked for to the unexpected hit of The Hitman's Bodyguard. So again, a sequel to it. So this is the sequel to The Hitman's Bodyguard. The movie, made $21 million domestically first weekend, and I don't expect it to gross 20 million plus. Okay, I think it will grow. Sequels typically do worse. But it's the only movie coming out. It's the only movie coming out. So, yeah. Yeah. So it's a sequel to the movie. They don't have any predictions for the movie because they're still crying over, you know, the last movie over the In the Heights, which they expected 20 million, but they said, "Oh my God, white people are not going to see the movie, racism," or something like that. They're more worried about that movie than Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard, but we have it takes aim at the box office. Okay, and they're more worried about streaming than actual movie sales. But considering the sequels typically do well at the box office, unless it's like a Shrek 2 or something like that, this movie's gonna probably gross like 10 to 15 million domestically because the first movie did really well at the box office. This, and of course the critics don't like it, which is going to be a massive hit on the movie because there are still lots of people who still believe in the critics and what IMDb says. Especially what Rotten Tomatoes said. The fact that people still take Rotten Tomatoes seriously is an absolute joke, because Rotten Tomatoes is an absolute joke of a website. They basically change the audience score to make so every Disney movie has perfect reviews. Even IMDb has more, definitely has, it's far more trustworthy than wherever they're going behind the scenes of the scores of the movies. Okay, but according to the critics, Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard is a horrible and abysmal movie. It might be. Again, Rotten Tomatoes is not the best indicator. According to IMDb, it has a 6.6. So, yeah, IMDb is not the best indicator for the movie, basically. It is not the... Rotten Tomatoes does not kill movies, okay? Venom was a bad... But, again, it's an unnecessary sequel. But, again, did we really need a sequel to the movie? No, we really didn't. But Ryan Reynolds wanted a sequel, and the movie was successful, so there we go, we got a sequel. So I'm predicting around 5, possibly even that the role is 5 million, but I don't really think it will gross that well. But the first movie wasn't exactly the biggest movie at the box office. Yes. And yeah, the HBO Max is to blame at the hit In the Heights. And they're all cocky about In the Heights and how it's not doing that well, and it's saying their IMAX CEO predicts that it will go back, box office will go back, of course, of F9 and Black Widow coming out very shortly. I don't really think Hitman's Bodyguard is really going to break any records. The first movie wasn't really a record breaker either. The, but yeah, they're trying to do everything they can. Now they're gonna just say racism for In the Heights box office failure. But the movie F9 has made a lot of money worldwide so far. Yeah. And yeah, Black Widow is also coming out very soon as well. I think Black Widow will make a lot of money, much more money than people think it will. People, you know, but yeah, but I don't really expect Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. So I think the low will be 5 million, man, where it's and the high for the Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard will be 15 million. And but if it is at the low, Quiet Place is gonna probably top again around 8 million domestically, which means it will be a abysmal week because again, Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard is not really a big, is really a sequel, another sequel that nobody wanted. And it really just sort of testament to why people are getting sick of unnecessary sequels. They really never really needed to begin with. But again, the critics hated the first movie. Okay, critics hated the first movie. I believe as well. They were saying even the first movie was boring and stuff. Yeah, the critics hated the. I believe the critics didn't like the first movie as well. Yeah, 43%. So the critics didn't like the first movie. So, and the first movie was still a success. So yeah, the critics I don't think are going to have a huge impact on the movie, as less and less people are having trust in the critics as well. The IMDb score currently is around 6.7. The IMDb score is going on 6.6. It might probably go down to like a 6.1 or 6.0, but it is kind of an unnecessary sequel. I do want to see it, however, but it is kind of an unnecessary sequel. Did we really need a sequel to this movie? No, we really didn't need a sequel to the movie. And we probably, if this movie is a success, which we gotta look up the budget for the movie, we'll probably get a third movie. Yep, a third movie. movie as well. So the budget is 30 to 50 million. And the first movie made 100. It's the same budget as the first movie, basically, and made $176 million worldwide. So this movie's probably gonna make at least 100 to 120 million. So this movie should be a success, if it does well internationally. If it doesn't do well internationally like the first movie, then the movie's in a bit of a pickle, and we'll probably will never get a second movie. But yeah, the critics. But yeah, it's another sequel that we didn't need because why do we need a second sequel to it? But again, the fans of the movie actually like the movie, so this might be one, of course, another one of those rare movies that the fans really love it, but of course the critics hate it. But again, let's just not forget that critics gave Captain Marvel 78% and Mulan and Cruella, all Disney movies, 70%. So which Cruella is flopping as well because people are sick of this woke bullshit. But no one's watching In the Heights and no one's watching Cruella. And yeah, that's basically it. Goodbye.